Hello everyone. I'd like to share two stories. One, Watchtower put out to the congregations, and the other one was on the news. So you can determine which one is real and which one is a lie. Or both could be true. Who knows? I'm going to start off with a dog named Jehovah that an owner had. It was could have been a pit bull. Who knows? Anyway, this dog was named after Jehovah's Witnesses God. So she wanted to teach a Jehovah's Witness a lesson by sicking Jehovah on Jehovah's Witnesses. Well, I'm going to make the story short. The owner woke up in the hospital and the witness was by her bed. Apparently the dog attacked the owner, and the witness was able to get her help and get her to the hospital. Now, a bunch of people thought Jehovah God protected this Jehovah Witness. But the next story you're going to hear, now, the incident was totally different. You got two Jehovah Witnesses women got attacked by versus pit bull, and if it went for one man and his gun, those two women would be dead today. People, we tell you time after time, witnesses obey those 7 men. The witnesses put themselves out there in dangerous area just to get time in for the governing body, when there is nowhere in the Bible that Christ ever asked his disciples to write down time what they do when they go to do the preaching work. So where Jehovah's Witnesses get this garbage from? Watchtower. Because they want to brag to the whole entire world, to making people believe they've got to be the only true religion, because they're the only ones that keep up with time, hours, and minutes, and how many Bible studies, publications they got rid of. None of this has ever been taught. If anything, the people at that time was teaching what Christ taught them, or some of them may have access to the Hebrew scriptures till they started writing the Greek scriptures. But the thing I want to bring out, people, Jehovah's Witnesses think if they go do what they're told to do, they will gain salvation. They're dead wrong. Because where were the angels to protect these two sisters? Where was the God Almighty Jehovah that protected one Jehovah's Witness, but he was unable to save these two women? I mean, they're not dead, but they could have. Where was he? Was he out there playing golf? Was he out there just stargazing? Well, I can tell you where he was. He has no body. He has nothing. He's powerless. Jehovah has been taught that God Jehovah created all things. But the Bible teaches another thing. That Christ, the one who came to earth, who died for us, He's the one who created all things. But His Father is higher than He is. People, I don't like people going out, going door to door and teaching people untruth, what they've been taught by Watchtower's teaching. I know this for a fact because I was a Jehovah's Witness, and many of us who left this false religion. Now, the story about the name of the dog named Jehovah, I shadow my doubt that this story was made up by Watchtower just to make people believe that their God Jehovah protected that Jehovah's Witness. Now, the picture you're going to see, I think it's about 3 weeks old, but I haven't seen no videos on this tragic, because the witnesses think they're doing something beautiful, but it's nothing but pure evil. Who knows? This dog sensed the evil of Jehovah's Witnesses. But no one ain't going to know, because this dog's dead. I don't like the idea of any person getting ripped apart, especially two people, when it comes to an animal lost its mind and its thinking ability, and just tear them apart. So I hope these two sisters one day will realize their God Jehovah did not protect him. There was no angels came down to just shut the mouth of this dog, like the angel shut the mouth of the lions for Daniel. So people, we're telling you, the witnesses put themselves in danger. Remember when Satan tried to tempt Christ to jump off the temple? Or there was an area where a bunch of rocks. He said that the angels would come down and catch him before his feet touched the rocks. He says, do not put your Father or God to a test. That's what Jehovah's Witnesses is doing. They're testing their God Jehovah to see if He's going to save their lives. There's a lot of people who died for this false organization. There's a lot of people who died for this false God. When you people's going to start waking up and realize how dangerous your religion is. It's dangerous to your health, your loved ones, everyone who gets near you. Sooner or later, they will have to be shunned or be tossed out just like a bag of garbage. So sit back and watch the video and see for yourself, where is Jehovah? Where is Jehovah's angels in this situation? Leave a comment. Thank you.
An attacking pit bull. News on 6 anchor Lacey Lowry found the women are both in critical condition tonight. Lacey?
Terry, police say the women are church members who were spreading their faith door to door when it happened. Officers believe the women only survived because of a man who heard their screams. You can see the aftermath of the attack. Blood in the grass and packaging from syringes and bandages.
All of a sudden, blood-curdling scream.
Mike Harrell was at work nearby. He immediately got in the truck and drove over to find a pit bull attacking 2 women at this home. One woman wasn't moving. The other was being mauled.
He was just biting her and biting her calves, her face, her stomach, just everywhere, just nonstop.
Harrell says the owner was also in the yard, hysterical and holding a bat after trying to beat the dog off the women.
When you walk up and you truly see that terror in somebody's face, it immediately changes you. And it immediately, you either freeze or you react.
Harold grabbed his gun and distracted the dog by yelling and opening the gate.
The dog lets go and it made eye contact and it just bolted straight towards me.
He asked the owner if he could shoot the dog. She said yes, and he fired once, killing the pit bull instantly.
It was the humane thing to do. In fact, if I would have had an armed gun right on me right then, I would have done something.
Neighbor Lance Snyder was the one who called 911. He says the dog wasn't responding to any of the owner's commands.
You just don't see dogs that get that violent.
Tulsa police say the victims were with a local church. When they knocked on the door and the owner answered, the dog burst past her and attacked. Neighbors think the women were Jehovah's Witnesses.
It was horrible.
Harold has had his gun license for 4 years, but never shot his gun in public until now.
Tulsa Animal Control took the dog's body for rabies testing. The manager says her department is not aware of any prior reports on this pit bull. Lacey Lowry, News on 6 tonight.
Have a wonderful night.